Whoa, check that out over there. If only I could reach it. Dang. So for some time now, I've been working on making the perfect gem scoop. Let me show you how effective this tool is. Check that out. I'd like to see another gem scoop get that. I know, right? My acting is top notch. But that is not what we're going to be talking about today. I would like to talk about rock scoops. Why would you want a scoop to reach out into the water and grab something? Well, the water around here is very cold. You don't want to put your hands in it. Maybe you have hip waders on, chest waders on, and you want to bend down and grab something out that otherwise you would not be able to reach and get. So for years and years, I've been experimenting with different types of gem scoops, trying out different things, and I have came up with a design that I think will work very well for you, and you can easily make this with some basic hand tools. Let's first look at some of the ones that I've made and experimented with. Of course, these are all steel. I have a welding shop here. Oh, this one's kind of tall. You can see this one has a long steel handle, and well, it's a vertical handle with a small tray. So that was one of the designs. I was playing with tray size, what works, you know? Another one was the box. This is a, what is that, a 3x4 scoop with a handle pitched inwards, as you can see right there, pitched inwards. So, and it's a much shorter handle. I've been testing all these different things out, and I have settled on one great design that is easy to build, that is easy to build. So this is, there you go, you can see it all. This is the design that I have settled on. It is affordable, lightweight, very durable, and it functions great. So let's talk about this a little bit. These have multiple names: gem scoop, treasure scoop, rock scoop. I think the treasure scoop the treasure scoop thing came from the Estwing company. Estwing makes amazing hammers, other tools. Well, here, let me grab one. Here is an Estwing rock hammer. Now, they came up with a thing called the treasure scoop, and it is about a 36-inch handled tool that has about a 4-inch little spoon cup at the end and a little spike offset. I'll put a photo in there. And it had this nice handle on it. I mean, Estwing handles are top-notch stuff, right? So they discontinued those in 2004. Since then, there's a website that, well, you can buy kind of the replica of that or whatever, that design. And it's about $50. So you can always go purchase that. Or you can make this right here for under $10. So let's talk handles. This handle is a 33 or 36 inch. I forget what I did here. You know, it's always good to be prepared. Oh, yeah, 32 inch handle on this one. So this is a piece of 1/2-inch ID Schedule 40 aluminum pipe. Now, I had that sitting around the shop, so for me, that is a no-brainer. Use that. However, probably some options that you could use would be electrical conduit from Home Depot. That is $1 a foot. You could use a fiberglass tool handle, possibly, maybe some PVC, some aluminum. I mean, who knows what I paid for this? It was an end cut, but so that's a handle. Handle's easy to get done. The scoop is more difficult. So I've been trying all kinds of different scoops, and let me show you what this started as. That scoop started as this. This is a grain scoop that you can buy off of Amazon for $7.50. And I cut the handle off, and I squared the nose because in my testing, the way these generally are used is by pulling towards you, and you kind of scoop in like that, and maybe you put your foot there and scoop in and kind of kick your rock in, or a reach and side grab, at which point you have a lot of surface there. Those smaller ones, you can't really do that. Then, you know, the holes are drilled so water can drain out, and that's another aspect of this that I've tested a lot. The size of holes, the number of holes, on and on and on. So where are we at in this? $7.50 24-ounce grain scoop off of Amazon. Link down yonder. And then your handle of choice. So pretty simple, right? And this can all be accomplished with some basic tools. Let's look at some tools. Let's look at some of the basic stuff that you're going to need for the project. You're going to need a handle material about 33 to 36 inches long. That depends on your height. If you're a shorty or if you're a tall person, maybe you're making it for your kid, you can put a smaller handle on it. You're going to need that grain scoop. You're going to need a drill, a file, a 1/4-inch drill bit, your 1/4-inch bolt. A step bit is really nice. A spring-loaded center punch, a hacksaw, tape measure, and some tape. Pretty basic stuff. Most people have that. However, if you have access to power tools like an angle grinder with a cutoff wheel and a flap disc, it will accelerate the process. If you have a vise, that'll speed it up. You know, I have all that stuff. I have a full fabrication shop right behind me back there, so I'm going to use it. And yeah, let's make this thing. So for this one, I believe this is a 32-inch handle. That seems like, for me, being 5'8", 5'9", that works out really well. This scoop, which, well, let me move this aside, and we'll talk about this scoop a little bit more. So I know it is hard to tell, but this scoop, when you cut the handle off, the perfect way to attach it is to slot, hitting the wall here. The perfect way to attach it is to slot your end of piece of pipe, drill through, and run a bolt through it. Pretty simple. This also pitches the handle towards you, which, in my experience, that's nice for that dragging motion that you use this for. So let's start modifying our scoop. So what you're going to want to do is put your piece of tape on the nose of your scoop, just like that. That will establish that perfect straight line across the nose of it that you'll be trimming off. And then we will be cutting the handle off and doing some filing. So here's where we're at. If you used some kind of power tool, you might have a little sharp bit there, and we want this to be as smooth and as rounded as possible. So I'm gonna clamp this in my vise. You could also step on this, or even just hold it and use your file, or if you have a flapper wheel for an angle grinder, let's just hit that real quick. So in my testing, if you have 16, well, I have 16 here because it kind of is a nice pattern, but if you have like 15 to 20 1/4-inch holes in your scoop of this size, when you pull it out of the water, it will fully drain in about a second, which that's good. It's the right amount of holes. So on your scoop that you're working on, lay out, maybe you can see that, lay out on it with a Sharpie, the holes that you want to drill. And if you have ever tried to take a drill bit, like use a 1/4-inch bit or a step bit, and just try to drill onto metal, it's going to want to skate around. So we will be using a spring-loaded center punch. This just makes a nice divot for your drill bit. And it'll look like a pro made it. Just got to do that 15 more times. So we have all of our holes drilled. No sharp edges on this. You know, we're golden here for this portion of it. So, at the end of my handle, I've measured down, you can kind of see that, measured down about 1 inch. And I put a line. I will be doing the split it method. An alternative means of attaching, if you're going to be using a different handle material, could maybe be some kind of hanger where, you know, you could go kind of like that. That could be an alternative to this. This is a little more difficult method. I will be cutting a slot through both sides of the tubing, and that will nest down on that and get bolted in place and be rock solid. Maybe if you used a couple of these, it could work. Just an alternative way of building this. So you can see that I've cut a slit and drilled a hole at the bottom of the slit on both sides. Now, my reason for doing that is this is not going to just slide on there with these. We're going to be opening up that slit with the angle grinder, the cutoff wheel, with a, oh, what is that, about a 1/8 inch thick blade. Side note, when using an angle grinder, you're going to want to put some of your safety Sally gear on, some of that, face shield. I've seen blades explode. I've had a wire wheel throw a wire and hit my glasses. So not a joke of a tool. So we got our 2 little slots cut, and let's test fit this here. You can see we're mostly seated all the way down here. That is pretty good. I'm happy with that. We will drill our hole for our bolt now. You know, because we blunted the nose of this, it wants to stay up really easily. This doesn't have to be perfect here. The bolt that you choose to go with needs to be able to span your handle diameter of choice. And I suggest using one of these nylock nuts and a couple of washers so that you can wrench this thing down and make it wicked tight. Once again, center punch comes in handy, especially for drilling on something with that's round. You're definitely going to want to center punch because you will slip off. And this doesn't have to be perfect, you know. You want to angle your drill so it's as straight as possible. With metal, go slower than faster. That's a good rule of thumb. There are, you know, speeds and feeds, but for the most part, slow and steady. There we go. Now put your bolt through and tighten it up, and you should be pretty much good to go. So now we are all bolted up here. There's that one, and the other one. So if you found this video to be helpful, please subscribe, hit the like button, share it if you feel like sharing this, if you think maybe some other rockhounds could benefit from this. What else? All of those good YouTube things. I will be starting a playlist of some kind of more DIY rockhounding projects like you're witnessing right here. That'll be on my main page. What else? You could make some improvements to this. You could add a grippy handle, but for under $10, this is a winner, right? You can make 4 of these for your whole family for the price of 1 of the treasure scoops, and these are a superior design, I believe. You could possibly add some, you know, you could plasti dip a handle on. You could use bicycle grip tape. There's a number of things that you could do for a handle. That's really up to you, cost, and your skill level. So whatever it bees. Yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this.